welcome back to Kevin's Hobby Showcase. I'm of course Kevin. You may have also seen me on Tabletop Jones Productions, where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. And well, I mean, normally I've been cutting back to one video per week, but I'm going to do a second one since I am building a force. So yes, I am continuing that Battletech force for the House Kurita, or the Draconis Combine. And what I have here today is a lance of tanks. So we got basically, let me just grab them individually. So naturally I drop them. So here we have two long-range missile carriers, and bear with me because I did drop these. Okay. Yes. Leave all the mistakes in, right? Two Manticore heavy tanks. Now, what I can say from the pack that this came from, which you'll see the other two pairs of tanks next week, I feel like I need to get this package more often because these tanks look freaking awesome, and they do seem like they have a lot of firepower. So I am very much looking forward to getting these ready and doing them again one day. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to prime these, and when I come back we'll start doing the base coat, which of course will be red. And as we saw from the last video, that it's going to be basically just a base coat of red. Not much in the details. I'm going to do gunmetal on the weapons, and what would be like the cockpit window, and then also in this case I'm going to do black on the whether it be treads, or actually I think on both of these both of these they are pretty much treads. So I'll do black on the treads and on the base if it needs it, and then we'll just move on from there. All right, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. I'm back, and that primer is now dry, and we're going to get started on the base coat. All right, so let's get to it. Let's put this down to the workspace. Oh, hold on a sec. All right. Okay. All right. And here we go. As I was saying, I was looking at these, I wasn't even looking at the stats, I was looking just at the models themselves, and I was noticing how I really thought they looked really good. They have a fair amount of weapons on them. And having a choice of weapons in this game of Battletech is always a good thing. Alright. Yeah, so this is, well, as far as Saturdays go, this month of July is actually going to have 5 of them. But this week, of course, is the 4th week, the 4th Saturday. And I did do a cooking video. It should be out along with this one. And, well, I did mention in the last, painting video when I was doing this, when I started this force, I did mention what was going on. So I got kind of a late start today for people coming to look at the house. Oops. Let's get the straight, there it is, straight bristle. Let's get it out, off of here. Oh, that's a long one. I don't know if it's a straight bristle or a hair. Yeah, so anyway, so during the day I was a bit busy. It is now the evening, even though it is still light out. That's the wonders of summer. Okay. And yeah, so like I said, I mean, the videos will pretty much stay the same. The scenery is what will change. And it's like when I was talking with my mom about this, she said, and I was already thinking this way, she said, think of it as a new beginning. And that's what I'm doing, Although it does, well, it does sometimes make me wonder if I could have Oops, this is backwards. It does sometimes make me wonder if I could have done this before, but then I realized I couldn't with the way things were financially. So for those of you out there, those especially you guys who have gone through a divorce, you know, I'm sure you understand, you know, how sometimes just out of the blue, you know, things can change because of the at times unreasonable nature that comes with the aftermath of a divorce. And I can attest to that, because that's what led me to this pretty much. But you know what, rather than bitch about it, decided to think about all the possibilities that are going to come up, because you never know, this might turn out to be a blessing in disguise. Might wind up in a, you know, things might work out for me to the point where I'm in a place that's better than where I am right now. But it is a weird feeling to have people I don't know come to the house to look through it. I mean, I do know that they're coming, thankfully, but still, it is a weird feeling. Okay, just about done with the base coat. And I do know that sometimes when the paint goes on, you could still see the black primer underneath it, that the color does kind of bleed through, but that's okay, because like I've always said, especially for this particular game, these are weapons of war, and there's going to be, you know, a lot of wear on it, a lot of, you know, paint that will you know, naturally fade. Oh, shoes, I should have taken out a napkin to wipe my brush. One of these days I'm going to get a better system for cleaning my brushes. I've seen so many nifty devices out there. One of these days when I can swing it, I'll get one of them. Alright. Alright. So. Alright. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to let this base coat dry, and when I come back I'm going to start with the few little details that's got to be done. It's going to be, like I said, mainly gunmetal and the color black. So stay tuned, and I will be right back. Didn't mean to. Alright, that base coat is now dry on these tanks, so let's get to the details. Alright. Okay. It's going to start with gunmetal. Okay. Alright, here we go. So, that's a little bit too much. Alright. So this one looks like it's got quite a few missile launchers. Alright, let me get a better grip. Here we go. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's weird having people come by to look at the house. It's even weirder because I've been here for so long to think about the fact that I'm not going to be here after a while, that I'll be calling someplace else home. Alright, it's got vents, looks like on the back. I'm going to get these the same color as gunmetal. Now let's see if there's something that looks like a window or something. Alright. Got something on the front here. I'm going to get it. Alright. Sorry about that. I do have my door wide open to let some fresh air in, or as fresh as the air can get in New York. Okay. Alright, let's get these. Get this big gun in the front. And I don't know if you could hear it, apparently someone still has fireworks. But actually that's not surprising to me. There's some years I could swear that even in the winter I was hearing fireworks go off. And I can remember just sitting here going, someone still has fireworks? How? How does someone still have fireworks? Alright. Let's get the last 2 bits. Alright, let's get... Oh, I just put my thumb in it. Yeah, that's always fun, isn't it? Alright, that's Manticore tanks. Now let's get the long-range missile carriers. So as you can imagine, it is mostly missile racks. Alright. Alright, let's get them back here because it looks like it's got some vents. So I'm going to hit that with the gunmetal. Whoops. Alright, okay. And let's get some other things that look like... Alright, I think that's it. Let's get the other one, and then we can move on to the black paint, where I get the treads and touch up the base if it needs it, which it probably will. Usually does. Okay, let's get the vents in the back. Alright. Okay, and I'm just going to get this little bit here. Alright, that's it for the gunmetal. So now let's move on to the black paint. Alright. Alright, now let's... Treads are mostly, kind of covered because it's on, on the ground. So just got to get where it sticks up in the front, where it sticks up in the back, and just try to get as much down on the bottom as possible. Let's just touch up the base where some stray red paint got on it. Alright. Alright, so this is going a lot better than I originally anticipated. That's the thing about when you're doing stuff like this. Sometimes it goes painstakingly slow. Sometimes it goes very, very fast. And if you've done something that's painstakingly slow, and then you're doing something that's really fast, you start questioning yourself. You actually start saying things like, "Am I doing it right? I don't know." Okay, got that. And of course, I'll do the labels and all that, but I'll do that off camera. All right, last one. Alright, and that is that. Alright, let's clean the brush. And they're going to invest in better brushes. Alright. Okay, so. Alright, so I'm going to let that paint dry. I'm going to do the labels off camera. When I come back, it's going to be just the base and the wash, and it's all finished. So stay tuned, and I will be right back. Paint is dry, labels are on, and we're ready to base these. So, let's get to it. Alright. Now, I know I've been having trouble pushing the glue out of this thing because it's pretty much just about done, and I have not had the opportunity to get another one. So I'm starting to, let's see. Ooh. All right. Well, it did go through. Let's see. All right. All right. See how well that works. Whoops, darn it. All right. I got a little bit too much on that, I think. Where in places I didn't want it to be. All right, so let's try to do better with this one. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And sorry if I'm getting quiet. It's thinking about everything that's going on in my private life. Sometimes it weighs down on me. Sometimes I can just roll with it. All right. All right. It's not going to be perfect, but it's good enough. Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's out on here as well. Oops. Probably gonna have this terrain stuck to, I am sorry about that. Probably gonna have this terrain stuck to my fingers most of the evening. And one of these days I do have to get to Michael's to get more of this terrain, because I do plan on making more Battletech forces. There are more mercenary companies, more, you know, factions, more clans that I haven't even done yet. And so basically, when I do all these forces, it is for gaming purposes. And being that John and I have already done this a couple of times on the channel, you know, we are going to be more inclined to do this more often. And I'm actually going to start looking into the actual campaigns that they have, that Catalyst Labs has put out for the game. I'm going to try to get, you know, integrate some of them into you know, our videos. This way it could, excuse me, it could seem more official. All right, let's clean this. Though it's not going to get very clean, I don't know why that's there. All right, now that might have just enough to finish the force, but I don't know about after that. All right, now the wash. All right, so for this one where I got bits of terrain where I didn't want it, this wash is going to help me wipe it off without it looking too bad. And I suppose in the future, if I wanted to, I could make my own wash. It's basically like thinned paint. Maybe I will try to do this on my own one day. I'll look up on the almighty Google how to do it, see if there's any instructions out there. One thing I was thinking of doing at some point was, you know, and doing this on the channel, is making my own terrain. I'm still on the fence about that one, because it will take a lot of materials in order to do that, and I don't know if I have, well, for right now I don't have the funds for it, I could just say that. And let's face it, some of that store-bought terrain, it just looks really good. You know, I don't know if I could duplicate that. I mean, I could try, you know, give it a good, you know, good old try on that, but I don't know if I could ever get that good. At least not right away. And I do want the stuff to look good for when it's done on the Tabletop Jones channel. All right. Okay. All right. Let's put the wash away. Okay. So. Oh. Here we go. A nice lance of tanks, 2 long-range missile carriers, 2 Manticore heavy tanks, ready to go, to be deployed. Okay, so, anyways, that's what I have for tonight, for today. Sorry, it's nighttime, that's why I said tonight. Hope you all enjoyed this. This is part 2, it's going to be 4 parts. I do not have the battle armor for this one, but I have vehicles and battle mechs, so I feel that's good enough to build a force. So, again, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video as much as possible. Please go to Tabletop Jones and do the same over there. Here on the showcase, I have 82 subscribers. I'd like to make it to 100. That's my goal for now. And when I get to 100, I'm going to do a special type of video that I've never done before. Just want to keep it a secret until then. And when I get to, and on Tabletop Jones, We are currently at 32 subscribers. We want to make it to 50 so that we can start live streaming games. I mean, it's not something we know how to do yet, but we want to learn. But the only way we can do it is if we have 50 subscribers. So again, thank you very much for watching. Please, again, like, subscribe, and share. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again.